This is the early morning in Sunrise Boulevard. It's where all the shoppings are. As you can see here, I'm waiting for it to open. It's called the Galleria. It's a 2-story. They do not have any high-rise malls. Pretty much like Mega Bangla, 2 stories. See the birds are cute. The birds here are really tame and they really respond to me very well. It's very lovely animals. This society of people suck big time. They live in fear amongst each other, the distrust, the apprehensions, and with all these apprehensions comes a terrible hostility towards each other. I happen to be one of the so-called minority group of ethnic group, and the way they mistreat me is appalling. Talk about being in Germany, in Nuremberg, and having a German woman, saying there's a black hair alien in a supermarket. It's much worse here in Florida, Fort Lauderdale. The people here they have mental issues, serious. I'm trying not to use profanity for it, but I do not know how else to define these mental issues other than fucking serious mental issues. Hello, cute baby. You see the bird? Did you see the bird there? He's been looking at me the whole time. He's so cute. And I'm really, it gives me a real different perspective about humanity now, and the medias and propagandas, the US medias and propagandas that turns out all the medias are atrocious. They are beyond belief because they are all distorted and contorted facts and truth. It's a broken down society. It's a broken society. It's just a sugar-coated topping in the media. They call each other their American dream. These are American bullocks, actually. So, 20 years ago, I was in New York City doing my studies there and things like that. American College of Sports Medicine, NYU. And it was a much better time then. During those times, you can walk on the 34th Street in the New Yorkers Hotel. Everything was in cold hard cash. You pay everything in cold hard cash. Right now, if you got no credit cards or everything, they just don't take you in. Even though you have paid, you can pay everything in cash upon check-in. They say no. They still need the credit card to be on profile for the incidentals, and you say that, well, fine, I'll pay the cash. I'll put up a cash deposit for incidentals. They say no, sorry, we don't accept cash. Now, when in which goddamn society in the entire world do not accept cash as a deposit? These people here are beyond stupidity, and you cannot cure stupid, because no amount of logic and reasoning with these people will get into their thick, numbskull. They are nincompoop, and I can understand now why there are so many trolls on the internet than in any other countries. Not in Japan, not in Thailand, not in Singapore, not in Malaysia, not in Germany, but only in this goddamn godforsaken place. This place, they live in fear of each other, in apprehension. They do bad things. I was in the Secret Wood Nature Center, and this Caucasian woman, I don't usually, distinguish between Caucasian or blacks or whatever. It doesn't really matter to me, you're black or you're white or whatever it is. Everyone's the same. You're just human. And I am a misanthrope, so humanity is just humanity. It is irregardless of language, race, religion, or anything, or color. For that matter, what difference does it make what color you are? But this Caucasian woman who came up to me and says that I am the manager of this place, and we close at 5 p.m. And I said, duly noted. She says, what did you say? She just wanted to hear it again from me. She heard what I said, but she just wanted me to repeat it. It's a show of power here among everyone. Everyone just want to show a power of themselves, even a staff in Fairfield Inn. And it's terrible because It's obnoxious, it's despicable, and they don't command my respect. In fact, I despise them. I don't respect them. So anyway, I said duly noted, and then she went off with her duty. She came back again to spy on me. She came back time and again to look at me through the corners, pretending to talk on the phone and looking at through the corners of her eyes. And then she saw me charging my phone and said, "These electrical sockets are not for you to charge." I said, "Well, my phone ran out of battery, and just in case I need to call if it's an emergency." And she rebutted with the most shrill and condescending tone, saying that if there's an emergency, we'll dial 911 for you. Now get your phone to plug off my socket. You son of a bitch. The idiots like that, they are the ones who's always making noise. Go down dogs. Anyway, I didn't challenge her. I just took off the phone, off the plug, and then she repeated herself again. She came in at 4 p.m. Repeated herself again that we are closing at 5. And I said, "You're repeating yourself." I said, "I just want to remind you." I said, "You don't need to." And with that, there wasn't even an argument. There was not even a quarrel or any abusive language or anything personal. She called the police on me, the Broward County Sheriff. It was hilarious because the police came, they walked through the door, they walked back out again. Because I was the only one in the room. And I said, "Where is he?" They said, "There, he's the one." He's the one? The police didn't even believe their eyes that I am the troublemaker. Do I even look like a troublemaker? So, it was so funny. And the police came in and said, "Can I help you, sir? I heard there was a commotion or something." I said, "There was no, nothing. I'm just here peacefully reading my phone, going through my phone, sending my emails." And the police was dumbfounded. They couldn't know what to say next. I said, "Oh, I get it. She called you guys on me, didn't she?" I said, "Yes." "Did you give her a hard time?" "I give her a hard time. Why don't you ask her to come and clarify?" So he invited her to come and clarify. She refused. She just stood outside there, and when the police approached her and asked if she wanted to clarify what was the purpose in calling the police, she scurried away. It was so funny. And then I told the police, no, there was nothing wrong, nothing happened. Wasn't even abusive. It's not my type, not my place to use profanities. I'm not born or made like that. So this is what it is for you in society here. And I find it extremely disgusting. Back home, even in Japan, that Japanese will never call the police until someone really overturns the tables and threatens to kill someone. Only then the police will be called in. But other than that, no Japanese will ever want to get the police involved because it's totally unnecessary. But here, the idiots, nincompoops, and parasites here literally abuse the 911 service. They literally abuse the police. And I really feel sorry for the police here in the US. I really feel so sorry. I believe they have a hard time, keeping the law, and I can understand why sometimes they freak out. I empathize with the police, actually. So much so for this. It's just a sugar-coated topping. And now I'm sitting outside this nice restaurant here with all the nice natural burgers, fries, dogs. It's so nice. It's painted so nice, but the staff that offer the service, this guy was looking at me like I'm trying to rob him, steal something from him. I'm just sitting down here, and you see the kind of apprehension and hostility, the environment it is. You call this a life? How do you live a life like that? You can have all the money in the world, but you live a life like that. There's no freedom. You want to sit in a place, you cannot even sit. There's a time frame to where you can sit and cannot sit. You're told what time to sit, when to sit. People make their own rules and policies, and the parameters of their personal space become smaller and smaller, and they build their own walls and keep themselves in, and they become their own prisoners. It's so sad. It's so appalling and disgusting, abhorrently, repulsively, incomprehensibly disgusting. I have nothing else to say to this society but good riddance to bad rubbish. I'm leaving tomorrow. I've left a heaps of negative feedback here. I've traveled the world, the entire world, including Salbat, including the Arctic Circle, but I've never seen anything as abhorrent as the attitude of most of the people here. Even the staff of Fairfield Inn Marriott was so disgusting. This is it for you. This is the longest video I've ever made swearing at someone. But you know what? This place makes all any other countries looks like paradise. Wow. So much for US for you. They don't want me to be here, and I do not want to be here either. It's just a sugar-coated topping, and look at the amount of cars now. Anyway, see ya guys, bye.